Well, it's a scenario many people find themselves in. You're in your bathroom or kitchen and you notice mold growing. So you get out a spray bottle of some household cleaner, spray it and wipe it down.
Then within a matter of weeks or months, it's back again. So what is the best defense against mold? Ryan Spiros shows us some simple ways to get rid of this unwanted house guest.
Wherever there's water or moisture in a home, you're bound to find mold, especially in the bathroom. So how do you get rid of it for good?
I always tell my people, you have to, it's preventative maintenance. You've got to keep it up.
Tiffany Havens is the owner of Clean Haven out of Millsboro, a cleaning company she started in 2012. One of the items she often comes across on the job, mold.
It can cause all kinds of health hazards. So, in protection to my clients, when I see it, it's addressed and I quickly resolve it. That's my concern.
Tiffany says there are simple ways you can keep it from growing in the first place.
Every time you take a shower, either before you get out or as soon as you get out and dry it off, just take that squeegee and wipe your walls down. That's all you got to do. If you have shower glass doors, wipe your doors. That way you don't get the water buildup on your glass.
Tiffany also adds that once a week, spray down the shower as well, but says you don't need all those fancy household cleaners. Something more simple will do.
The only thing that I have found that works on mold is bleach. And it kills the germs, it pulls out any mold that's on the surface.
Another thing bleach helps remove, those orange stains you find in the shower, which Tiffany says are caused by rust found in the water. But be advised, Tiffany says these steps are for daily maintenance. Bleach won't remove mold that's stuck in the caulking, a stubborn stain many of us have tried to tackle.
It depends on how long it's sat. It's like anything, it's time. Everything takes time. So most people, they don't even know what mold looks like. So they're seeing these spots and they're just like, oh, they got enough to worry about. So, it sits, and if it's on the surface and you get it quickly, fine. But if you let it sit, it'll go into it. And then you can't get it out with bleach. You just got to remove it.
That's what Tiffany had to do inside this shower at an apartment in Easton.
When I go in, first I do, I spray it down with bleach. And if it's still there after I've bleached it and scrubbed it, then I will remove it. I take a razor blade and I cut it all out. And then I sanitize the area. It's got to be completely dry. And then you lay a brand new layer of caulk down.
And what a difference after all the mold is removed. This shower looks brand new again. But it's not always this easy. Mold can grow in areas you don't see.
The main thing is clients who have carpet in their bathrooms. And, I understand it's a comfort feature. You don't want to get out and step on a bare, cold floor, but every time you open the shower door or, whatever, you're getting out on that carpet and you're getting it wet and it's getting underneath of it. So you have to eventually have all the carpet removed. It can get in your walls. It can be very invasive.
Speaking of which, don't be surprised if you find mold in your kitchen. Tiffany says it's usually found around the sink and on the backsplash, so it's important to keep these areas dry. In the end, if you stay ahead of mold, it can't get ahead of you.
Now, Tiffany warns you, you have got to be careful when you work with bleach. Now, here's some things to keep in mind. A very important point is make sure that you don't stay in the room that you're spraying for very long. Breathing in the bleach fumes can make you feel very sick or lightheaded. Always wear gloves when you're cleaning with bleach, and also never mix bleach with any other chemical. The reaction from that could be absolutely dangerous. So, we learned how to fight mold. Now let's learn how to fight something else that's gross.
Yeah.
Germs.
A big part of it is knowing where germs linger, especially during this cold and flu season. But you may be surprised to learn some of the most germ-infested objects, both inside and outside your home.
Nobody likes to get the flu. You may have already had your flu shot and stocked up on all your vitamins, but sometimes avoiding germy objects may be the best thing you can do. First off, your mouse. Studies show that your mouse is the germiest thing in your office, harboring 3 times as much bacteria as a toilet seat. Second in line is your keyboard. Researchers blame eating at your desk, so try to avoid midday snacking. Also, restaurant menus. Studies show that menus are the germiest items in a restaurant, and cold and flu viruses can survive for 18 hours on hard surfaces. So after you order, make sure you wash your hands.
Also, clean your cell phone. Take a minute to think about this. Are you one of those people, many people, who always has their cell phone on them, even while you're in the restroom? Well, a study by the watchdog group, which claims smartphones can also be more contaminated with germs than a public toilet seat. If you want to keep your smartphone a bit cleaner, consider switching up your cell phone cases and be sure to invest in appropriate cleaning solutions. He's you, Jimmy.
These are just a few germ-infested objects. As a matter of fact, other things that we use every single day also have their share of germs. Science professor Dr. Charles Gerba conducted a little experiment and tested several items. Here are the average total bacterial counts per square inch. A dish sponge has a bacteria count of more than 775 million. Some people put their sponges in the dishwasher, but experts say that can contaminate your dishes. Instead, you may just want to stick the sponge in the microwave for 30 seconds. That'll kill the germs. With a bacteria count of 138,000, a shopping cart, considered dirtier than many other public surfaces. If you use a shopping cart, experts suggest you wipe it down with sanitizer and wash your hands when you're done. The study showed the average remote control has a bacteria count of 17,000. That's because they're passed around, used while snacking, and seldom cleaned. Experts suggest you wipe down your remote controls a couple times each week. And something else that can be covered in germs, the self-checkout touchscreen. I didn't even think about this one. If you think about it, thousands of people use them. So to play it safe, you may just want to wash your hands when you're finished. If you'd like to read more about the other items that made the list, just go to delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab.
Wow, well, now that we covered how to get rid of some of the germs in our home, let's stay there for a moment and discuss how you light your home.
If you're like most people, you probably try to cut down on the electric bill when you use your lights. Well, one way to do that is by changing out the type of light bulbs that you're using. Up next on Delmarva Life, what you need to know about incandescents, CFLs, and LEDs.
And later, entertain yourself without leaving the comfort of your home. It all takes place tonight on WBOC when the thriller Intelligence slips into its new time slot. We'll get a preview of this exciting new series a little later. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.